Yes, people, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Saeed TV, man. We in the building, man. Late vibes, Friday night. You know what I mean? Where else could you be? Big up to everyone who's locked in. Big up my guy from Jersey in the building. Man like Staffy, also known as Staffy Hype. What are you telling me?
First of all, I'm not known as Staffy Hype. It's Saeed Hype. South Africa hype. While we're at it, Mbeumo hype, Gyökeres hype, Man United hype in general.
Yeah.
So big up, man. Hope everyone's doing well. Hope you had a safe travel. You look a little bit exhausted still, but
yeah.
Good to have you back. How was your trip?
Yeah. No, trip was good, man. Trip was good. Can't complain. You know what I mean? I haven't really slept, but what I'm doing is, if you sleep in the daytime, you ain't gonna sleep at night. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna crash myself out and just you know what I mean,
so get staying up as much as you can so you can crash at night. Okay,
there you go. And then tomorrow you start off a new day. So that's what we're up now. So yeah, man, we're here.
You gotta fix that sleeping pattern now. How many hours is South Africa behind the UK?
Only 1 hour. 1 hour ahead.
Oh, so that's not bad. You're probably just exhausted because you traveled a lot. That's all.
It's more the traveling. It's more the waiting around and whatnot. But all in
all,
all,
lost a lot of hours of sleep while you were out there.
Yeah. When you're on holiday, there ain't no sleep, man. You just straight out explore. You feel me, so man. But we here, man. We here. Not a lot has happened though since I've left though. Like there's been news here and there, but yeah, man. What have you been making of it? Like obviously you've been more clued on it than I have in that regards. But is everyone panicking too much, or do you reckon it's one of them where like news is going to be news, isn't it? Like transfers will be transfers.
Well, I didn't personally panic. I actually went live earlier and I told everyone, I was like, if you're here thinking you're going to watch a crash out stream, I have bad news for you. I'm not here to crash out. And that's about them Mbeumo news. Yeah. Because I'll be honest, like I get everything that's happening. I mean, and we'll probably revisit the timeline right now of everything that happened today. I didn't really panic. I understand that Spurs still want to get him. I understand that the minute Thomas Frank went there was going to be more news. And to be fair, it happened. And if anyone had a meltdown, I'd like to understand why. I'd rather hear from the people who had a meltdown. I know you put a video. I didn't even get to see what you did or what you said. I personally thought it was like, whatever. Like, I'm not panicking. All the news is still saying that he still wants United. I expect Spurs to try to outbid us if they can get him. I expect Spurs to try to sell the idea that they have Thomas Frank. Do you want to join Thomas Frank? I expect all that. But the reason I'm not worried is because the only facts that I'm dealing with is that he said he wants to join United. Even Sky Sports came out today and said his preference is still United. So until he says something else, why should I panic? But I don't know. What did you say earlier? Like, what was your reaction?
You know, my one was one of them where it was like, it makes sense for Tottenham when it's Thomas Frank, his former manager, to come in and be like, you know what? Maybe we can come in and make some noise in it. And they will do, man. They got to flex some money. They need to spend the right winger. They need to spend some money. They got Champions League money. You know what I mean? And obviously, Mbeumo would probably solve a lot of issues for Chelsea, for Arsenal, for United, for Newcastle. Most of the top six, maybe Man City and Figgy are the only exception right now, and Liverpool, because they've got position locked in. And maybe Arsenal, but even Arsenal would need someone of that quality to be in their squad that can score goals. He's probably proven there's a lot of like pluses on Mbeumo's side. Like he's a quality player. You know what I mean? The only thing, like I said to you, for United is they probably got to put in a second bid just to kind of make sure there's no one lurking around and thinking, yo, they've got a chance here. As soon as United put that second bid in, which we're hearing now.
We did. Did you miss that? We did put a second bid in.
We put a second bid in?
Yeah, the sources said, the report said that today. We put a second bid in for 55 plus 5. Yeah, you want me to send it to you?
5. Where's this from? I didn't see this.
I got you. Let me send it to you.
Yeah, send this to me. I don't know. Have we put a bid in? A second bid in?
Yeah. I'll tell you right now.
Okay,
so it was right after the Mirror said they put 70. So here's the source.
I love that. I genuinely didn't know.
Yeah. Listen, first of all, I don't know how much I trust the Mirror when they say this bullshit. Anyways, they said 70, but they also said that we put 60. So
okay.
I just sent
This
you the
was from
source.
So this is from Darren.
Darren, I forgot his name. I know what you mean.
Yeah. He's fairly reputable. He's got a name in the industry. He's not like a nobody. He's a respectable guy. But he originally said that Tottenham have launched a 70 million bid to hijack Man United's move for Bryan Mbeumo. And then it says here, Man United have already made 2 bids for Bryan Mbeumo, the most recent of which was a 60 million package worth 55 million plus 5 million add-ons last week, which Brentford refused to accept. As things stand, it is unlikely that Man United will pay more for the Mbeumo than the 60 million package they spent on Matheus Cunha. So, for me, when I see breaking news here, this is why I commented underneath it, guys, and I said, breaking news for the Mirror. Like, come on, guys. What are we doing here? Since when did we do breaking news for the Mirror, bro? Like, no disrespect to the Mirror here. They may have their sources when it's match day or when it's kind of like football related, but in terms of transfers, yeah, them man ain't got no, you know what I mean? But them man they're not clued in like that. And this is where these sites say, like United District and all them lot, they've got to tell people, yo, listen, these are not factual information. They're just kind of almost like, oh, they've made a bid, or they've done this, or they've done that. Like, the bid hasn't been submitted officially. You get what I'm going to say? They're just assuming that because Brighton wants 60 million, oh, let's put it out there that we put in a 55 million plus 5 million add-ons. You see what I'm trying to say, Staffy?
Exactly. So, that's what I'm saying. Like, when I read that, I was like, first of all, it's coming from the Sun. So you have to take everything the Sun says with a grain of salt.
Yeah.
That's number one. Number two, I mean, let's just be honest, Side. If this all really happened today and Spurs put a 70 million bid for Mbeumo, you're telling me David Ornstein had nothing to say? Fabrizio had nothing to say? Ben Jacobs is sleeping? You're telling me no one knows except for the Mirror? Come on, man.
Yeah.
Shout out, I guess shout out to the Mirror, but we're not really taking their sources as like, like they're not that serious, are they? You know? If it caught more heat, I'd be a little bit more worried. I'd be like, yo, there's just multiple sources speaking about it right now. But when it's only them, bro, I don't know if it's really breaking news or if you're just trying to, I don't know, maybe it's a slow news day for you guys. I don't know.
United news is the biggest news though you can sell though, man. Like United 100%. Right now, we are going to sell newspapers. We're going to sell articles. We're probably going to dominate YouTube. We're dominating in terms of like, I don't know, like apparently Man United was the most viewed team last year in the Premier League. Like no matter how bad we are, we like, people still want to know about us. People still want to talk about us. Like it sells papers, good or bad, good press, bad press. You know, any press
keep the lights on in the Premier League. That's what I usually say. That those.
Say that again.
She closed right now anyways, so we still gotta wait for the Club World Cup to end for the second part of the transfer window to open. So no one is really gonna do anything right now, but until then something has to give, and there's news that needs to be sold. How else are they gonna sell news? Oh yeah, let's just put a story about United. What is currently going on with United? Like I said, am I meant to actually believe, and Mbeumo had no idea Thomas Frank was gonna be at Spurs?
Exactly.
Just today, he's like, oh my god, really? Oh, really? Wait, hold on. You didn't tell me that shit last week. Yeah, maybe now I'll consider you guys. Like, what the fuck are we doing here? Of course he knew Thomas Frank was leaving Brentford anyways. It's not like they haven't been speaking. He already said, I want to join United, knowing that he had Champions League football coming in from Spurs, Arsenal, and Newcastle. Thomas Frank going there, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying he wouldn't go there in theory, knowing that Thomas Frank is there. But he's not all of us.
Yeah, you're right. It's spot on. It's spot on.
My bad if I'm lagging, but I don't know if it's me or if it's the StreamYard, but it looks like I'm lagging a little bit.
Yeah. So for me, it's like, remember when so the latest tweet that we heard, from David Ornstein, the last kind of almost official talking point on this was Man United submit open offer, 45 million plus 10 million add-ons, some way below the level of fee needed. Brentford to consider sale. Talks ongoing. Man United work to agree deal. 25-year-old Cameroon forward keen on transfer. So it's almost a case of, when you just leave it to the clubs to decide where you're going to go. That's where I believe this is, guys. It's between Manchester United and the club to decide. And Mbeumo has said, yo, I don't want to join Tottenham. I don't want to join Newcastle. I don't want to join any of your dusty clubs here. I want to join Manchester United and Man United only. Now, he has to do the respectful thing. He can't force anything. He doesn't want to seem to force anything because he's very respectful to Brentford. Brentford have given him a platform to succeed. The club have been respectful to him. You know what I mean? And fans probably respect him as well. He's saying, yo, let me just leave it to the clubs to decide. It's only a case of 10 million. We're not. The margin ain't 20, 30 million, Staffy. It's only 10 million. Like the margin for United to go and get the player in is 10 million difference. For me personally, Staffy, I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm taking for 60 million. At first, I was like, no more than 50. But it's got to that point now where we're not financial experts. People are going to say he's not worth that. But in reality, when you look at the level now, Bryan Mbeumo is going for 50 million. 50 million. I think that's what they want, right? Is that what they want?
Yeah, they're asking for a lot of money for Gittins. Obviously, I'd much rather spend that on Mbeumo. But I hear you.
Exactly.
I hear you when it comes to the fee. Listen, if we would have gotten him anything around 50-ish, I thought that would have been a good deal. Up until 60, I think 60 is like fair market value. If 70 is true, right, I'm not gonna lie, and United decide to walk away, like I'm not really gonna be mad at it. I'll be disappointed that we didn't get him, but I'll say fair play Spurs, you put your money on the table. I just think anything over 70 will be way too much. And unfortunately, we're in a situation where we just have so much shit that we need to fix in this team. If we were like one player away from like winning a league or winning something, I'd be like, yeah, go ahead and spend that. Unfortunately, we're not in that. I can't be spending 60 on Cunha and then another 70 plus on Mbeumo. And then you're talking about a front line that already cost us almost 140 mil. And we still need a striker. Like, that's just not going to happen. You know what I'm saying?
Bro.
I'm more, if anything said, I'm more worried about United getting the deal done than Mbeumo. I think Mbeumo gave his word.
Yeah.
I think he does want to join United. I don't think he's relaxing. He's somewhere right now in the world on vacation. He's like, I'm not bothered. I'm not going to say anything further. I already said I want to go to United. If United and Brentford figure out a deal, then I got what I want. The only case I think he goes to Spurs is if United say, you know what? We're not willing to meet that fee. It's a little bit too much over our budget. We're going to pull out. If we pull out and he says, you know what? Khalas, United pulled out. I'm going to go to my second option, and my second best option right now is going to Thomas Frank at Spurs. Then I'll say, you know what? I'm not mad at him. I can't be mad at Mbeumo if we decide to pull out because the fees were too much.
You got to be mad at Man United.
I'm worried about United, if United can get the deal done or not. That's all.
Yeah. It's always going to be about Man United because Man United have the power now to pay that sort of money. Right now, at this minute, if you go from Mbeumo to what? We're going to go down to.
I'm not going to lie, that's one of the issues.
Drop-off is crazy.
I don't have an alternative.
The drop-off alternative. Tottenham have alternatives in Dimblin and Semenyo. They're not Bryan Mbeumo, though. They're not, man. They're not that guy, man. They're decent, and they could be potentially better than Mbeumo, but they're not that level, bro. I'll be real with you. Like, I'm looking at Europe. Obviously, people are saying you look like Cherky. It could have been Cherky. It could have been him, but he's chosen there. So it's like, I don't know, bro. And this is what I'm trying to say. Right now, we'll be honest with you. We got to be shameless, but we need players that can score goals and get assists. And they're killers. They're not pretty on the eye. Like, Mbeumo's not pretty on the eye, by the way. He's not like a...
he's just he's a direct player. That's fine.
He's a direct goal scorer. That's what he is, Bryan Mbeumo. That's all we're going to get out of him. So right now, at this stage, currently right now, Manchester United cannot dilly-dally around. And yeah, exactly. He probably will cost more than Mbeumo. Semenyo, they're looking at 60, 70 million for him, which is crazy to me.
Who would you go for if we missed out on Mbeumo? Like, who do you want?
Boy, I do like Semenyo, but then I'm like, my whole mindset has gone from like a finisher and a goal scorer to a guy that he needs 1,000 chances to score goals. Have you seen this guy's amount of shots he takes?
He shoots a lot. He shoots a lot.
He shoots a lot, bro. And I'm like, hold on a minute. This guy's shooting a lot, but he don't really score much. He scored a few fair this season. But again, like I said to you, man said we have Rashi. Put it in the bag, bro. Put it in the air fryer. Put it in the cooler,
the prize in the bag, bro. I don't
Yeah,
want
I
to hear.
mean-
Listen, I don't. No longer on streams. Do I want to hear Rashford? Do I want to hear Sancho? Do
bro.
I want to hear
Yeah,
Garnacho?
bro.
I'm moving on from these people. I don't want to hear Anthony. All these people. I moved on from that. I don't
The
talk
thing is
about the
with
past no
Kudus,
more.
he costs a lot of money, bro. And for me, he ain't done much in the past year. I'll be real with you.
I don't
Like,
want Kudus.
he's very frustrating. The last year I've watched him, very frustrating, bro. And
If I'm being honest with you, Saeed, I think I don't want to speak it into existence. If we miss out on Mbeumo, I think we're going to go for a wing back. I don't think we're going to go for another attacker. I think the only reason we're going to go for Mbeumo is obviously because it's GNA. That's the only exception for me where I'm like, you know what, put Ahmed back in right wing back and put Mbeumo there closer to goal. If we miss out on Mbeumo, I think you put Ahmed there, but then go get a right wing back. Because I don't think there's an attacker out there in the league right now for that 50 to 60 million that we're trying to pay for Mbeumo that's going to be worth it. Like, there's no like for him in the market right now, in my opinion. I think we're going to have to go with a different strategy. Like, we're not going to be able to get another Mbeumo. I don't want Bowen.
I like him, Bowen, man. I'll be real with you. I think it costs a lot of big money.
It's going to cost a lot, man.
I like Bowen, man. I think
Bowen's well,
very
he's like 30, man.
He's not. He's 28.
Is Bowen 30? 28? How old is Bowen?
28, man. He's 28.
Sure?
Yeah, he's 29 in December, bro.
Yeah, you know what? He's been in the league for so long that I'm thinking he's older.
Bro, he's a killer in front of goal. Look at his stats here. This guy's stats here. It's honestly, bro. People sleep on Bowen, you know. They really, really sleep on Bowen. But look at his stats. Every year it's gone better. Like, he's getting you at least, like, obviously that's the first season he came in. 8 goals, 12, 6, 5 assists, 16 goals. This season, 13 in a terrible.
I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling it. I don't think we'd even go in for him.
I ain't gonna lie to you, but I think he's got the prowess. Look at it in the championship. He was killing it. 14, 22, 16. The guy's got like 100 GA, bro. Like in both teams, got like 100 GA. Like bro. I don't listen. I'm not saying United go and get him, but I'll be real with you. Like, he ain't as bad as what people say he is. You know. Like,
I don't think he's bad.
I'd rather
he's one of those players that I like from afar. Like, just keep him in your team.
There's some random player that just sounds nice. You know what I mean? Or it just sounds like a you know what I mean? If he was called Bowenio, you know, Amanda would be like, it's true though. If he was called Bowenio, he would be getting raved about a lot. But I think Bowen is very, very underrated. You know, he doesn't get his flowers for me. Like,
if someone gets sold, honestly, I think it's gonna be Kudus. That's the one they're selling from that team right now.
Kudus. I don't know, man. I'll be real with you. Yeah, Felix, all of these guys, Jason, yeah, I don't want to be hearing none of these names anymore. You see this, yeah, I'm done with all these names. Felix, all of these names that we've tried before, done with all this. This is what I said about.
I told you, I've moved on.
Yeah, this is what I said about, like, going and getting Douglas Luiz here. I'm not saying he's a washed player, yeah, but I feel like for me, trying to figure out what he could become and trying to revive his career, yeah, I'm not about that, bro. Like, you go revive your own career. You feel me? Like, you go revive your own career. And Kunku, you've been there for 2 years. You go revive your own career. Don't come to our club and revive your career. See you later. Like, we even when we discuss Paul Pogba, yeah, as much as we love Paul Pogba, we're gonna love him from a distance. You feel me?
Yeah. No, I agree with you.
He's going to Monaco. You know what? Shout out to Paul Pogba. We go support him over there. Different level when you come to Man United, bro. When you come to Man United, it's like you've got to take all that risk with you, and then you're gonna lie to yourself by saying, "Oh, you know what? He's doing well. He's doing this. He's doing that." Like, he's not gonna do well. Eze, I wouldn't mind, but can Eze play on the right? I'm not sure on the right 10. He's more of a left 10, isn't it? Really and truly.
It wouldn't be a leg-for-leg replacement as well with Mbeumo. I think the reason we're going for an Mbeumo is we really need goals. We really need goals in this front line. Like, our front line is thriving for goals, bro. We're starving right now.
Starving, bro. Starving.
Cunha, listen, as much as I like Cunha, I don't think Cunha adds so much GNA. Like, he's not really a consistent finisher. You know? Like, we'll be lucky if he gives us anything around 12 to 15 goals. I think that's a good return. This is the type of player he is. Obviously, the players that we have already, we know Xerxes. His best season, Xerxes in Serie A, that was also 12 goals. Højlund, don't even get me started. It's a joke. I'm not even going to speak about him. So we already don't have a lot of goals in our front line. we need one of our attackers that play on either side to be just like goal driven, to be, as you said, like not really easy on the eye, but like they're just direct. Like I want it to be boring. I want a player that we look at, we're like, you know what? He doesn't really look that amazing on the ball, but damn, you give me 20 goals a season. I don't give a fuck. As long as you give me 20 goals, I don't care how you look.
Who do you reckon gets more goals? Cunha or Mbeumo? Who do you reckon gets more goals?
Scores a lot more. A lot more.
Yeah.
And Mbeumo is a lot more consistent than him. He has a better eye for goal than Cunha. You know what? You seen the other day, the Brazil game where they posted about him. That header that he missed. That's who Cunha is. I know Cunha for that. It's like Cunha, you just gotta accept Cunha for his flaws. Cunha is just gonna be an inconsistent finisher. You'll see him be very wasteful in front of goal. But what he's gonna give you around across the 90 minutes is gonna be worth a lot more. So like he missed that sitter, but he set up Vinicius twice. If Vinicius finished the first time, by the way, he would have had 2 assists.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
That's what Cunha does. Cunha is going to pick up the ball. He's going to run all over the place without the ball. He's going to set up your striker a couple times a game. But I'm not going to lie. If you get all that, but you're going to get like that awkward one sitter miss every couple games, you just got to accept him for who he is, bro. Like, we're not signing Wayne Rooney, I'll be honest with you. Like, I'm just very fully aware of who he is. I know what his flaws is, and I accept it. That's why the article, I don't know, I saw you retweeted or you quote tweeted, and I quote tweeted as well. And I was like, you dumbass, he had an assist for the winner. I was about to post his stats, and I think I got busy. The guy had 2 key passes. He had the most chances created in the game, and obviously assisted the winner. Why was that not mentioned in the tweet? Wasn't that the mirror as well, by the way?
And the guy from the Daily Mail who reported it, man, was
yeah, that's what it was.
You get me? Like he was trying to find clicks in it. You feel me? Like this is what they do, bro.
Dumbass, bro.
Yeah, man, imagine you wake up in the morning, and your boss says to you, "Yo, find something to write bad about Man United," and you go, "Yo, I didn't watch the game though, man. All right, let me go check some highlights. Like see some comp highlights. Oh shit, you know what? That miss." Apparently, Man United fans are going to be fuming, bro. It's a joke, bro. This is why
he got community noted. I don't know if you saw it. You know the community notes. He got community noted. It was saying this tweet is not a representation of the actual feelings of United fans, as the fans agreed that he had an overall good performance. I just saw that. I'm like, bro, imagine getting community noted on a football article. That's how bad you are at your job. It's 2025, and this is the level of journalism that I'm seeing. People used to pay for college to go get a journalist degree, and now this is what people are writing. Wallahi, bro, it's in the gutters. Journalism in 2025 is in the gutters, bro.
Wallahi, I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. Man, I quote tweeting Ross Howard, bro. You see that transfer deadline day? I had to unfollow them, bro. I said,
wait, what they do?
Bro, they said Manchester United something source Ross Howard. I said, get out of here, man. I am done here, my friend. Yeah,
wait, who did that? Daily Mail?
Hey, no, bro, he's some random ITK, bro, that people follow, bro. He's so dead, bro. I find myself unfollowing a lot of people lately. They put some of the worst sources, man. I'm like, I can't be following this. Bro, the thing is, the amount of journalists now. Alcaraz, there's one guy called Alcaraz. There's another guy called something else. Like, there's so many names, and I'm like, who is this journalist? Almeida, Al this, Al that. And I'm like, you know what I mean? Then I got the young brother who's doing his thing. Shout out to the young brother. He's saying, there we land. Then another one's
I'm not gonna lie, bro. I can't stand that kid. I'll be the unpopular. I can't stand that kid. I can't stand. You know what, bro? I can't stand that kid.
Alone, man.
You know what? Everyone's saying allow it. Wallahi, bro, I'm not gonna allow it, bro. That kid, nah.
You know what
I'm sorry, bro.
If I was his big brother, I would manage him in a way that I would say, yo, bro, this is what you got to do. I don't think he has a manager or someone that's with him that's advising him how to do it a little bit. You feel me? Like, so I feel like
shout out to Michael Jordan, bro. Fuck them kids. That's what I'm saying, bro.
Crazy. Nah, I can't lie to you, bro. I big him up every single time because I feel like for me, it's one of them where he's genuinely doing it because he loves it, innit? But if I was one of these,
I think it's very cringe, bro. I think it's super cringe. I'm sorry, man.
But then it's a 30-year-old kid. It's meant to be cringe. It's meant to be cringe. He's a kid. If it was say for example, it was me and I'm a grown man. If I'm doing it, then that's cringe. But if it's a kid doing it, then it's one of them where it's like, You know what I mean? Like let him do his thing, you feel me? But when I see what happens is though, when I see that mixed in with everything, I said, yo, bro, like I ain't really following nobody right now, bro. You know what I mean? I'm not really, because when you're on holiday, you need to see that this news is I need bite size. You know, bite size. I don't know if you had it in school, BBC bite size. Like
No, I don't know what that is.
They would help you revise because it would be put in like a bite size format where it's just good information, small bite size, so you can take in the information rather than go and read thousands of documents. So then, you know what I mean? Like, this is what we now we're seeing this, that, the other, and I'm like, bro, like, give us bite-sized information, bro. That's why I rate that Zayn guy. Zayn guy just puts the bullet points of what the report said and keep it as that, bro. None of this breaking news and da-da-da-da and, yo, like, come on, man.
Long-ass articles and shit.
Long-ass articles, man. Relax, bro. You know what I mean? But that's how this is how the world's going. And I feel like for me, it's like one of them where this is where the transfer has gone to, though, isn't it? Like, and imagine like these journalists when they're waking up and they're putting out the information out, they have to put it out in one go, boom. You feel me?
Yeah.
One go, boom, and that's where you go, man. You know what I'm trying to say? So for me, with this Mbeumo, I think it should be done. United should get this one done.
Muppeteers said not too long ago, I think it was like an hour ago, I saw something from Muppeteers saying that
right now, yeah. I just see that
United are close to gonna get done.
Yeah, I see the
That's
same.
why, as I said, I didn't really react too much to it.
Yeah, they're close to getting agreement done on the overall package for Bryan Mbeumo. Brentford wants 60 million guaranteed. United don't want to pay that given circumstances contract. United want a lower base fee with more structure. They want to maybe also make it like so it's spread over 2-3 years as well. That's another thing as well. I
think it's going to come down to incentives. If United give good incentives, they'll do it.
Yeah. Problem with United is, though, they don't really have enough to kind of give you up front. They don't really have 60 million up front. They might have 60 million across 2 years. They might have 60 million.
I mean, we're never going to put 60 million up front anyways because it's not a release clause. So they want. No. So when they say guaranteed, they basically saying they don't want it in incentives. So 60 guaranteed. So it could be, okay, so here's the case. If United say, we'll give you 50 million plus 10 add-ons, they'll say no. If United say, we'll give you just 60 guaranteed, which they wouldn't do, they'll say yes. Both of them are 60 million, but the incentives, there's no guarantees. And honestly, when you look at how bad United have been over the last few years, I doubt we paid any incentives, bro. Most of our players have been shit anyways. We don't win anything. We barely win shit. Our players barely score goals. What kind of incentives have we been paying? Brentford are looking at United. They're like, bro, who the fuck is getting their incentives? They have goal scorers that are not even cracking 10 goals a season. There's no incentives. That's why they want guaranteed. Guaranteed, but is different than down payment. We're never going to put 60 down anyways. That 60 as an example is probably going to be like 20 down. And then the other 40s over like 2 to 3 years. They'll take that because they know they're getting their money anyways. And that's fine. It still balances out the books for them. They'll be green on PSR. They'll be good.
Yeah.
The issue is they don't want. I think they don't want incentives like that because United's first deal was 45 plus 10 in incentives. I promise you, if it was 55 and 10 in incentives, they would have took it right away.
They would have taken. I don't know. They obviously wanted to put out the 45 million in it. You feel me? Like that was. But then again, I'm not gonna lie to you though. They did the wrong thing last time with what's his name called, by the way? Brentford. Remember Brentford last summer? They went a bit too high. Did they go too high or did they go
Everton? Yeah, they asked for crazy money, bro. Yeah.
70 million they were asking for.
They wanted 70 for him. It was insane, and he's not worth 70 this summer.
Nobody wants him this year. Like nobody's really after Brentford this year. We know it's like the kind of almost the wanting for him versus last summer was crazy, bro. So I'm looking at it from my point of view is that I get where they're coming from because we are competition with Brentford. You know that, by the way. We are in competition with Brentford for top 6, 7, 8. You know that, by the way. I know, listen, Thomas Frank, there might be a drop-off, but I guess if they're selling to a team that they know last year, we beat them by 1 goal last year. I think it was Hoyland scored to make it 2-1. Yeah, I think it was a 2-1 or 2-1. Then, did they beat us at their ground? They beat us 4-2.
We lost a lot of games, I don't remember. It was late in the season.
They also finished like 15 points ahead of us. It's a lot of goals, they're giving away to a team that is sort of their rivals. I know it sounds
Yeah,
crazy.
but I think they're blowing up their team, honestly, because look at them. They also lost Flecken. Last season, they sold Tony. Their manager is going and they're collecting 10 mil. I'm not gonna lie. I think they're just gonna kind of rebuild this team right now.
Yeah,
like they're gonna get as much money as they can, and because to be fair, they've had a good run. They've been in the Premier League for 4 years. The worst position they had was 16th.
Yeah,
everything else was like kind of decent. They got 9th,
like
10th, and like
12th. 16th.
Their first year actually they finished 12th, and then the second year they finished 16th. That was the worst year. And then they went to 9th, and then I don't know where they finished this season. I forgot. But to be fair, since they got in the Premier League, they haven't really faced a relegation battle. Like that's I can't even remember it, but bar that one, if one of your 4 years, only one of them was a relegation battle, you've done well. They've been doing well.
I agree. Yeah. I agree. I absolutely agree. A super chat here from Jason. He says, Saeed, have you watched Kun from Celtic, who plays on the right? Good player. Kun, who's that? I don't really watch the Scottish League that much. I used to back in the day, but I don't watch. But I do know that Celtic have a lot of technical players, though. I'm not going to lie to you. They do have a lot of technical players. Big up to Melissa. Appreciate you, Melissa. Definitely next time. And guys, get these likes up, by the way. Get these likes up, people. Let's get these likes up.
1 second. Let me get the door.
Yeah, you get these likes up ASAP, people, man. I want to hear what these likes are on about as well, man. But also, there is some news regarding Viktor Gyökeres, people. Viktor Gyökeres, guys. We had some news today. Pletting Goal has put out some information that Sporting have given Viktor Gyökeres assurances that he will be allowed to leave this summer for 50 to 60 million euro. 60 million. Obviously, United put 50 million euros to 60 million euros, which would be around about what? 45 million. But at this minute, it really, really is difficult to engage in anything when these guys have got beef, bro. Like, this ain't even about like what the price is right now. This feels like there's a lot of like, you know, like there's a lot of like, bro, there's a lot of beef.
Who had that sort? Was that Pletigo?
Yeah, Pletigo hype. Are we saying Pletigo hype?
Did you see what Ligana did to him earlier?
What did he say?
Ligana cooks him on his stream.
Wow. But the thing is, though,
listen, I'm certain people are saying.
Did he not get that big bomber though? Was it what was that one that he got well and everyone was like, yo, fair play?
I don't remember, man.
Huh?
I don't remember anything Pleti's ever gotten.
No, well, I'm not gonna lie to you. Even though he's not.
Do you guys remember?
There was one though that he got right. There was a big one that he got right. It might be the Benjamin Sesko one. I'm not sure if there was one, but he's got one right though.
It might be Tell. Yeah, you know what? It might be Tell.
There was a couple on Tell, even though he wasn't like, you know, into that one. You know what I'm saying to you? So it's one of them, bro. For me, he's one of them that it's like he's trying to be a Fabrizio Romano, but you ain't that guy, bro. Like, you ain't that guy. He did get the Harry Kane one as well. Remember the Harry Kane one? He did get that one there. So sources related to Germany, he does get. But when he gets out of Germany, like, why is he down in Portugal? How do you know about Portugal, bro? You ain't got no links for Portugal. That's why you'd stay away from them ones, bro. You know what I mean? So, but what do you reckon, man? Gyökeres, you know what's bad about this Gyökeres here? We were never, ever meant to be in for Gyökeres. You know that, by the way.
Are you sussed? Okay, let me ask you this. Are you sussed by the fact that not enough suitors are in for him? Because I thought we'd have a hot summer for him.
That's the biggest, laziest, not saying this is from you, but I think it's the biggest, laziest argument to talk about a player that say, yo, but why is not many clubs in for him? Brother, I can tell you about, like, let's talk about Mamouche. How many teams were really in for Mamouche?
Not a lot. I mean, Liverpool and City pretty much.
Not really. Let's be honest. I think it was only really Man City that went in for him in January. Like, I know a lot of players that not really many teams come in for him. And all of a sudden, it's like, yo, like, you know what I mean? Like, I'll be honest with you. There's so many players.
Are you worried? That's why I'm asking you. I'm not telling you that should be the way we judge it, but you're not worried because I'm not gonna lie. Like, it does. I do think about it. Like, it's gotten to my mind. I'm thinking about it. I'm like, wait, why is
Turkey? Who put in the bid in?
Turkey was another one that I was a little bit worried about as well. And I'm like, wait, why does no one want me?
There you go.
Am I going to only City? So
but then as soon as he put on that shirt, look how many people made videos about him. No matter how many people went, oh my God, City have got him. What happens is, yeah, in life, yeah, like things, you know, you look at certain things and you're like, rah, you put your nose down and let's see, you know, you take it and then it's yours and everyone wants it. Everyone's like, I want that. I want that. It looks good on you. I want it. That's what happens, bro. So this is what this idea of, yo, when City now make him an absolute world beater, even though I think he's close to being a world beater anyway, when City elevate his game and Guardiola elevates his game, everyone's going to be like, oh, but is everyone going to be talking about the fact that nobody went in for him? No.
No, but I get what you're saying. I did think about that when it came to Shirky as well. But let's be honest, the only reason I'm saying this about Gyökeres is because I thought this summer, Gyökeres was going to be the prize possession for everyone. Everyone would have wanted him. And then I saw Arsenal early on saying they want Sesko, they're going to go for Sesko. Obviously, now they're saying that they're negotiating with him, but it seems like the first option was always Sesko. And Sesko's more money. So I'm like, wait, why would they go for the least experienced striker with the least goals and the more expensive one? It just didn't make sense. And then I looked at Chelsea, they got Delap, and then they want Ekitike. Liverpool want Ekitike. I just looked at it and I'm like, wait, so outside of United and Arsenal, and United are a little bit more serious about him, why is no one really in for him? Like, I thought there would be a big fight for him. That's all I'm saying. Like, I thought more teams, especially the ones that need striker, they'll prioritize Gyökeres. Yeah. But we didn't get that. And that's what I'm saying. Does that worry you? Do you not think about it? I'm sure enough people think about that.
I think for me, it's one of them where I'm like, yo, I look at a player and I'm like, I know what he's about in it, Gyökeres. I know what he's on. Sometimes it's about the agent. Sometimes the club might be difficult. It's like Laurentis, you know, from Napoli. Look how difficult it is to deal with that Laurentis guy. That's why not many people, like, look how long it took for Thingy to leave Kvaratskhelia. He wanted to leave for a while. Look how long it took him. And all of a sudden, he's only worth 60 million. 60 million. Osimhen. Why is nobody going in for Osimhen?
Remember they wanted like 120 for Osimhen at some point, something like that?
120. Now he's got 63 million release clause. So sometimes it's about what the club set a precedent of, and then they find out, it's not as cheap as what they thought it'd be. And then they're like, oh, you know what, man? This is decent for us, man. We'll take this. I'm like, yo, with Gyökeres, is like, I feel like I never thought we would be after him. I thought that was an Arsenal player. I thought Arsenal.
Me too.
We're not even looking at him. But now I'm like, yo, bring me Gyökeres, bro. Because I'm just like, he's experienced. He knows Amarin's system. And I feel like for me, he's almost like ready for his big move now. He's made his graft. He's done his graft in the Championship. He's done his graft at lower league level. Now he's got to Sporting, done his thing. And now at the age of 27 now, he's ready to mark his territory now and say, yo, look at me. I'm here now. Man's here. Started from the bottom, now we're here. Feel me?
Yeah. So let me ask you, what do you think about this whole saga with him and the club, though? Because the news coming out today saying him and his agent have written proof that the owner said he's allowed to leave for around 60 mil, whatever it is, going into this summer. And now obviously they're trying to ask for more money. Are you worried because of that, or where are you at?
Listen, I think for me it's one of them where my thing is like, this is some sort of like, he should have really, the Viana left, right? And it opened the door for a new guy to come in and make his story and say, yo, you're not going anywhere, bro. Just because Viana went, that his rules are not my rules. I'm making my own precedent. And he don't want to get like sheathed up in it. He don't want to get bossed around. So it's a power thing for me right now. Both of them are trying to act like they're the big dogs. The club obviously have the most power because obviously they can't let you go until the release clause is met. Gyökeres is saying, this is bullshit. Like, I don't want to play for you again. I'm taking myself out of your bio. I don't know. I want to know you. You know what I mean? This is a disgrace, bro. And I would be the same, bro. If I'm Gyökeres right now thinking, yo, hold on a minute. After everything I've done for this football club, you go like, this ain't the right deal. Get out of there, bro. I should be going for this amount. You're still getting 60-odd million out of me, 70 million out of me, bro. Like, keep it as that. Don't be greedy and start asking for more. And because it's Man United now involved, maybe that's why they're asking for more. Because they're like, yo, United are always desperate for money. They will pay more than what people are saying. So if they say, okay, you know what, we'll take 80 million from United, that's a joke. We're getting fleeced then. We're getting fleeced.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to get 80 for him. I'll be honest. The track record of
They won't
Liga NOS players coming here, especially attackers, it's not really that great. The especially at 27, it's probably the best time for them to cash on him.
Yeah.
But let me ask you this though: who would you rather have if it's between him and Osimhen?
Him and Osimhen. I ain't gonna lie to
include
you.
everything, not just footballing ability, price-wise, wages, age, ability, everything.
I'm gonna say Gyökeres only because of like, and I keep flip-flopping. By the way, 1 minute I'm saying Gyökeres, 1 minute I say Osimhen.
That's fine. As long as you have a logic behind it.
Because A, I think the manager understands his game. B, he's played in this system before, and C, I feel like wages. Even though not really bothered about it. I feel like for me, it's like we know Gyökeres is going to be here for at least a year, or sorry, at least 2 to 3 years. We don't know what's going to happen with Osimhen. He could be here 1 year, he could be gone the next. We just don't know what's going on with Osimhen. He looks like a guy that doesn't like to be at places for more than 18 months. He gets itchy feet, and also he's got the ability to start clashing with this manager, bro. You know what I mean? And start like demanding a lot from this manager. And can the manager afford that? I'm not sure. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I'm not really sure. So that's why I'm like,
it's hard to deal with. He's gonna remind me a lot. It's just the way everything goes with Osimhen right now. He reminds me of Mino Raiola and Pogba.
Yeah,
that's what it comes off. And I'm like, I don't want to live another situation like that where we have a player who's good, but we have to do all that bullshit that's going. Because listen, agent's job is to always get the best club and the best deal for his client, and I get that.
Yep.
Bro, if fucking Saudi Arabia is telling you you're asking me for too much, then holy shit, you must be on some like crazy level right now. I've never heard Saudi Arabia complain about any wages until Osimhen. He's the first one I heard of that got a wage rejection from Saudi.
But maybe he wants, you know what he wants though? I reckon he wants money for his cousin. He wants money for his manager. He wants this. He wants that. Like, I reckon he wants assurances that he wants more than what he's been given. So he's probably given a baseline fee, and then he's asking, "Yo, I want this, I want that, I need this."
It's all the bonuses, yeah.
Big guy, and I need to be. It could be a case of like image rights as well. I want to be the face of this, and I want percentage for every shoot I do. I want a percentage of that money because I'm bringing the whole of Africa, Nigeria to your doorstep. Remember that, by the way. The whole of Nigeria will be watching SPL. By the way, he's thinking, I want to share that SPL. I want to share this. Like Osimhen might be that kind of guy, you know. If I'm a footballer, I'm looking at it thinking, yeah, I want image rights, but I'm not doing it to the point now where I'm like, come on, bro. Like Saudi Arabia League, yeah, cool. They might have eyes on them, and it's a growing league. But come on, bro, don't take the piss. You feel me? And maybe
would you pay him though? You know how much he's asking for? He's asking for like over 300K a week.
But he's rejected it, so that means that he's just not really about his money. Then, if he's
rejecting it, so he's trying to get around 200K. It's like 192 that was reported. But that's after tax. So with tax, that's almost like 400K. So you're talking about north of 350K.
Okay.
Where are you sitting with that price? Because I remember telling you Gyökeres deserves over 200K, and you and Cass, I think you told me, was it Cass? No, it wasn't Cass. It was someone else. You guys told me it was too much, and I'm like, that's not too much. You and I forgot what's his name.
What did I say? What did I say about who?
You said it was too much. I said Gyökeres comes in and gets 200K anywhere.
Oh, okay. Yeah. You know what it's for me?
Bruno was about to leave. I was like, Bruno leave and pay him over 200K.
I think for me, like our wage bill right now, nobody should really be on more than 250. 250 would be the limit. I don't want anyone more than 200K. I'm being honest with you. We should be getting a Mbeumo for 200K. I think Gyökeres will be 250.
You want a Mbeumo on 200K? Nah, that's a lot.
No, I'm saying if I'm saying that the kind of this it should stop at 200K. The ceiling, yeah, it should be stopping at 200K. But I get
that's too much
because of the season he's had. I would understand if Gyökeres wanted 250 because of the season he had. Like the season he's had and the numbers.
Yeah, I agree with you. I said that. Yeah,
he could demand 250. He's putting in goals. He's scoring goals. But I'm not gonna lie to you. Mbeumo should be on at least, for me, maximum 150. Maybe even less.
So he makes 50 right now. Comes to United, you expect that to at least triple. And that's just how it is. United make a lot more money than Brentford. Just how it is. It's like if
And
I get
again, that's
hired
what
at
we don't
Google
understand,
tomorrow, trust
though.
me, said I'm asking for triple my salary. That's just
And
how
again,
it is.
This is what people don't understand, though. The guy's getting his image rights up. United are taking advantage of his image rights, his shirt sales, whatever. Like, bro, these players are not stupid, you know. That man, they need to be saying that, right, I should be getting a 170, 180. You might not agree with it, but United at that point are saying, yo, you're the key man. We rely on you for goals. You're going to be an asset to the league now. Like, bro, like, I feel a bit valuable. The agent then says to you, hold on a minute. You're a valuable player, bro. You're a valuable asset. We should be really getting 180. Forget 150. Because the guys that are on 150 are squad players, are not even first teamers. Like Ugarte and them, man, are getting 120, 130. They're not even first teamers now. You know, so they're thinking to themselves, oh, I can't be putting that much sweat on here for me to be on the same wage as the other brother right there. Sorry, I'm not. So therefore, if you think I'm a key player, then I want 190, 180. And again, I'm thinking about the player, what they want, not what we want as fans. See what I'm trying to say?
I understand if Mbeumo asks for around that. I don't think most of our players should be on 200K, but I can't tell them your cap is 150. Because to be honest, the guy is one of 5 players to score over 20 goals. There's only 5 players in the league that did that. So he kind of has the right to ask for a little bit of money. I usually don't have an issue with players getting paid good money as long as you're performing.
Yeah.
It's never been an issue until United started being shit. And I was saying this on my stream earlier.
Bro,
tell me the salaries of Real Madrid players. Do you remember any of them?
No.
You know why you don't know any of them? Because they're performing. Yes, they had a shit season, but you know, in general. Barcelona, do you know how many of their players how much money they're on other than Ansu Fati? Because that's a ridiculous wage. No one knows, bro.
No.
You know why? Because they're winning. When we were winning, no one cared how much we were paying. No one really highlights it. We need to stop. I'm not saying you, but I feel like the fan base now, because of how bad we've been, we're starting to get this obsession about how much can we allow to pay players, and we shouldn't pay them like we're not one of the highest income sports. But we make some of the most money in world, not just world football, in world sports. No one gives a fuck. If I'm giving Osimhen or Gyökeres over 250K a week, and they're bagging me 25 goals a season, wallahi, I'm sleeping comfortable. I'm not giving a shit. I'll be like, if he wants a pay rise, give it to him because he's performing. We can't really obsess over money as long as the player is good. And what's his name? Danny. Shout out Danny. Devil's in the details. He usually says that, and he makes a good point. He basically always says, like, why do we care so much about money if players are performing? And he's absolutely spot on, bro. Anthony is
because they've been performing. That's the problem.
Exactly.
That's the problem.
That's why we care about how much Anthony's making, Saeed. We don't give a shit about Anthony making 200K until we found out he's just not performing. If this guy was giving us like 30 GA a season or 20 GA a season, be like, you know what, money well spent. So it's not really the money, is it? It's
you know what it is, though?
They're not leading us on to anything.
I hate this new, like, almost thinking of fans about wages and how much players have been bought for, man. Like, you know what I mean? I don't know if I've done it in the past, but I think it needs to stop, man, in football, where we're talking about wages and this, that, the other, and look how much your player's on. He's on 200 grand a week. Like, bro, like, why do we care as fans, bro? Like, yes, you should use it as a measuring tool to identify whether players have then not performed as a result. I understand it. But this obsession with football fans to be worrying about what other players are on and this, that, the other, like, just chill out, man. Like, everyone's getting their spreadsheets out. Everyone's getting this out. I just watch football and I say the guy's been playing shit. Then we can say, right, he's on that sort of money as well. Like, you need to, first of all, let's find out if the players are playing shit or not, bro. You get what I'm trying to say, broski? Like,
no, I know.
Whether
I get what you mean.
You know what I mean? First of all, let's find out if the guy's been playing rubbish. This is why I didn't. You know when the Caicedo deal happened, yeah, and everyone kept saying 150 million, bro. I know he was a good player. I wasn't even concentrating on the price tag. I knew Caicedo was a top player. Even Rice, I'm not looking at Rice and thinking, yo, 105 million. I'm just looking at Rice and thinking, I think he's a good player. Yes, he's been bought for 105 million, and I think it's absolutely ridiculous amount of money. But I'm also looking at the fact that they've got a player that instantly impacts their team. We don't look at that too much, you know. We don't look at the player enough. Like, bro, that player there is instantly making an impact in your team, bro. You see what I mean, bro? Like
100%.
that player there is coming in and he's instantly impacting your team. There's a difference between where we bought Ante for 85 million and we're like, hold on a minute, that's a bit too much for a player that hasn't really done that much in world football, and he has only been how long has he been there for? Ajax 2-3 years, 85 million. Whoa. Mason Mount with 1 year left to go, 60 million. Whoa. Chill your beans.
Don't remind me of that shit, man.
You know what I mean, bro?
Triggered until today.
Even the Sancho one, I think for me it was a justified amount. When you look at him, one of the best players in Europe, 70 million. Was it 70 million we bought him for? The wages, obviously, that should have been negotiated with the club. That's on them. But at that time, he was one of the hottest talents in football. You know, Højlund, that one there, you can say, Rah, what are you doing? What are you doing here? For a player who scored 9 goals, what are you doing? So, for me, it's like, I look at United right now, it's like we have to get players in through the door. Once we get players,
we need to act a little bit quick, I'll be honest. By the way, I don't know if you saw, I just sent you a link.
Right, Michael Edwards
to Al Hilal next season, they're saying.
What the heck? Al Hilal have reached an agreement with Michael Edwards to take over a spotting role at the capital's blue club starting from next season. That's Chelsea. What are Chelsea's clubs then?
Al Hilal? Al Hilal is not. Al Hilal.
What? No, but why Chelsea? Why Chelsea? Why Chelsea?
I don't know why they reported it. I just saw it.
I mean, is that the Al Hilal club or there's another? There might be 2 clubs that call Al Hilal though.
No. There's 2. Al Hilal is only one. There's 2 Ahlis, one in Saudi and one in Egypt. Al Hilal is only one.
Okay, I don't know then. I don't know where this comes from.
I don't know if that's fake or not, but I just saw that and I saw a few people react to it. So
yeah, no, that's crazy, bro. And yeah, the Pletting goal, the one update, he's just kind of repeating what's been said, but he's saying that Tottenham under new Thomas Frank will try to convince Bryan Mbeumo to make the Spurs move. However, Man United have already entered negotiations with Brentford, as Mbeumo has already given his approval. A verbal agreement with Man United is in place. They remain optimistic that the transfer will go through. Like, that's it, bro. I think for me, this will be a knock-on effect. Once we get Mbeumo, Gyökeres should be next. Once we get Gyökeres, should be a midfield. Even though I'm not going to lie to you, the midfield one is very, very worrying for me because
our midfield is going to be shit. I accept that our midfield is going to be shit next season. It's over.
You can't accept it, bro. We can't accept it.
I don't want to accept it. It's just reality. What do you want me to do, bro? I'm ready to get abused one more season with this midfield. What am I going to do?
Even me, bro. There ain't no like saying, "Yo, Casemiro, put some respect on his name, brother." We shouldn't be starting Casemiro next year. Let's be honest. We should not be starting Casemiro next year in midfield. Nor should we be starting.
I mean, with the players that we have right now, I mean, he has to start. But come on, man. Who are we addressing? We're not addressing anything serious. This is how shit we've been, Saeed. That we have to go and put all our money and all our focus right now in fixing the front line because we're scoring 42 goals a season, bro. Like, I'm starting to get angry again. 42 goals a season. And this is why we're putting all our time and our money. Our front line is going to cost us about 180 mil to fix. Because if you pay 60 for Acuna, or 62, I should say, and then probably going to be another 60 for Mbeumo, that's 120. It's going to take another 60 to get you Gyökeres, minimum. That's 180 on just 3 attackers. And unfortunately, we need it.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry, like, it looks like the midfield is going to be ignored one more season. That's sad. It's really sad that 3 seasons in a row we're majorly ignoring the midfield. We're not really, and this is when I wish the Bruno money would have came in, because that would have been 100 million that we would have went and revamped the midfield with. We're going to find ourselves in a situation next season, I'll be honest with you, that our front line might bail us out if we end up getting Gyökeres and Mbeumo and Cunha. But you're going to be talking about a team that's just like, you're just winning shootouts, bro. We're not going to be a good team next season like that. We're going to be an improved team. But damn, man, to go into a season with the same midfield, your options being Bruno, Casemiro, and Ugarte as your midfielders. God knows where Main was going to play. I'm already depressed, man. Depressed.
I can't lie to you, bro. He's listen. Casemiro has surprised you, but for me, there's no surprise next year. Next year gonna be brutal, man. Next year gonna be brutal, bro. Like, the expectation on United next year is gonna be brutal. one game a week. You know what I mean? No dilly-dallying around. You've got to perform. You have to perform week in, week out. There is no time for sentiment. There's no time for let's have a bedded-in period. There ain't, man. You've got to come in. And if we're seeing Ogata and Casemiro start dictating from midfield and Bruno trying to do the Hollywood pass again, it ain't easy. No matter what we have up front, it ain't easy, man. Because, bro, we've seen good attackers before for other teams, and they've been rubbish in midfield, and then they've been caught out. You know what I mean? So that's where, for me, it's like, I look at every other midfield, I'm like, yo, they've got a good midfield. They've got a good midfield. Well, they look like they got a good midfield. So it's like we need to get at least 2. I think 2 midfielders should be the key minimum. Like the bare minimum.
Man. But who are these names? We're not really linked with anyone serious right now. You know what we need to keep an eye on, Said, actually, now that I'm thinking about it? The Club World Cup is going to be played. Maybe we'll find a gem or 2 there. Because remember, usually teams make signings after the World Cup, but the actual World Cup, the national one. Now with the Club World Cup, I'm not going to lie. I'm going to be scouting, man. I'm going to be scouting a few midfielders.
Richard Rios.
There's a few teams out there that are selling clubs. I'm gonna be keeping an eye. I'm not gonna lie, and I'm gonna see if we can find us a midfielder.
Who's going to be out there though? I don't really know who's going to be really out there though. That we could probably go and get like.
Well, that's what I'm saying. We can find some gems because like every 4 years you do find gems in the World Cup. But now that we're having a Club World Cup, we might find someone. Run the watch alongs. Yeah, man. We're gonna be doing.
We'll be there. Like I said, I've got my Sundowns t-shirt, man. I'll tell you, by the way, I've got a new team in South Africa. I'm supporting.
You got Sundowns from South Africa?
Sundowns, bro.
They always be beefing Al Ahly from Egypt.
We are signed to a new team, guys. Breaking news. I've signed. It's a team I'm supporting for South Africa. Sundowns.
They're a popular team in Africa.
8 times in a row, man, we're champions, bro. Put some respect on our name. Have you won it 8 times, Big Steve? Man got them, bro. You know what I mean? Man brought, who did he bring? The other team, Chiefs and that. Ban the Chiefs. Ban the other team. What happened to the other team that's there as well? There's another team as well. I mean, but I am supporting the Sundowns. I might even get my name on the back as well. And yeah, man. We go support them, man. What does it say on there? The sky is the limit. Do you know what I mean? So you lot over there, bro. We gonna win. Yeah, Pirates FC. I'm wearing this. The first watch along will be on Tuesday or Wednesday or whatever it is. But yeah, that's my team.
Are they in the Club World Cup? I don't think they are.
Huh?
They're not in the Club World Cup, are they?
Yeah, they are, man. They are, bro. They're playing they're playing the dead team tomorrow, but I'm not watching that one. But I'll be watching the other one.
They don't play tomorrow. Tomorrow is the kickoff. It's
21st of July. Yeah, they're playing Tuesday against Uzlan, but I ain't watching that one. Can't lie. No.
Said, but your team. No, just remember, your team just decided you already lost, bro. They just lost the African Champions League final 2 weeks ago. Guess who they lost to?
Who?
Sundowns 2 weeks ago. Guess who they lost to?
Who they lose to?
On June 1st, they lost the Champions League final to Pyramids FC.
They don't matter, man. We've won the title by 10 points. So we're good.
Yeah, and you lost the Champions League to an Egyptian team. Hold that.
Bro, it is what it is. But the thing, when I spoke to South Africans, they said, yo, them North African teams, they said they're too good. They're too good. They admitted it. They admitted it. They said, yo, them man know they're more than
Egyptian teams. They always do.
Oh.
Al Ahly was playing tomorrow, always beats them, bro. They beat them so many times in finals.
Yeah, come on, bro. But it's mad, bro. Like I said to you, bro. Like it's one of them where we got to be scouting in the thingy. You're right, though. We have to be scouting.
Yeah, wallahi, I'm not even joking. I'm gonna be doing watch-alongs, and I'm gonna be watching teams on purpose, seeing what midfielders they got out there. Because there's a few sleepers.
Yeah. What midfielders are out there that United could potentially go and get, though? Apart from Edison. Because I don't really be hearing Edison, bro. It seems too good to be true that Edison won. Like, I just can't be asking about Edison, I'll be honest with you. But what do you think, Edison? What do you think, Edison?
What about him? Like, do I want him?
No. Sorry. What other than Edison, who do you think we could go and get?
I honestly, bro, I don't even know. Last time we were talking about Hackney and Joe Bellingham, and even Joe Bellingham moved. Manu Kone, let me tell you something about Manu Kone. I was thinking of Cass when I saw this. Oh my God, the performance Manu Kone had against Spain.
Yeah.
Don't ever talk about this guy again, please. Wallahi,
Yeah.
the guy was clueless. When they shipped 5 to Spain, bro, wallahi, he was getting cooked. Wallahi, he got destroyed.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear nothing about Monaco anymore. No, please. Thank
Yeah.
you. I'm good off that. There's a reason why no one talks about him except for Cass. He was getting cooked.
Wow. You know, I'm not gonna lie to you. I think for me, I'm with Mina, you know, man. I'm on that Lamine Camara hype right now. But when I look at
I watched him.
Monaco, though, Monaco could have Pogba, Lamine Camara. You know what I mean? Like,
They will have him, yeah. We'll be doing that.
Bro, that might be a better midfielders. Yeah, still as another one. Again, still on Real Madrid. Are they after him? Are they not after him? You know, Baleba, there's not really much on Baleba.
Baleba's going to cost us like... it's going to cost you your whole kidney, man. I'll be honest.
A lot of money, bro. A lot of money Baleba's going to cost you. Like, really and truly. Let's be honest, bro. A lot of money, bro. A lot of money. You get what I'm trying to say, bro? So that's why I'm
We're
like,
gonna be scouting, chat. Listen, I'm seeing all these names. I'm seeing people saying Kefren Turam, no thanks. Ogochoko for 60 mil, no thanks. 60 mil for Ogochoko. I like Ogochoko, but not 60 mil.
Water's the one. I keep saying it. Big up Jason, man. Water's the one. Water is the
We're
one.
gonna have to. You know what, side? I'm not gonna lie. We're not gonna be able to spend premium in the midfield. There's not like when if you're being honest with yourself, look at the options in the front line that are available this summer, and then look at the options in the midfield. It's not a lot of midfielders out there that are for sale at a good price. We're gonna have to put some real recruitment work there to find a player for like, oh, look at this gem for 20 mil. Look at this gem for 25 mil. That's what we're gonna need to do.
You don't want these guys that have just been flogged around. Watch us get linked with Paulinho.
We did get linked with him last week. Paulinho. I'm hearing not David Luiz. What's his name? Douglas Luiz again. Listen, I'll take Douglas Luiz as a 1-year rental until we fix the midfield, until we fix the midfield next season. But I'll be honest, bro. I don't think we're going to be able to spend our way out of this one. We're not going to be able to sign an Mbeumo in the midfield or Acuna or Gyökeres. They're not out there. You need some real recruitment, bro. I feel like this summer is not a summer for midfielders. So if you really want to find a good midfielder, you got to put in some work. But I don't want a Baleba. I want a Baleba before he becomes a Baleba. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want a Baleba before he becomes Baleba. Like, I want them before they become 80 to 100 mil. That's what I'm trying to do. And we're going to have to trust our recruitment a little bit. I'm not going to lie. Carrington, we might have to trust Carrington again next season. Because maybe, what's his name? Siko Kone. We might have to see a little bit of him.
Emery, I can't lie to you, the guys that are not really getting opportunities yet at their clubs.
I'll go for Zaire Emery. That's actually a very good shout.
There's some players that are not really playing a lot of football at their clubs, that are very good players, And I'm like, you know what? I wouldn't mind taking a little, like, cheeky little situation there. You feel me? Like, I ain't gonna lie to you. I look at the situation of Chelsea right now, and I'm like, who in Chelsea midfield could potentially United go and get if they needed to get Dewsbury Hall is someone that I don't think is good enough to be.
Dewsbury Hall hype, bro.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think, like, if
from
United,
Chelsea. Are you saying from Chelsea?
Yeah. That, like I said, I don't know what's going on with this Santos kid. I think Santos is a bad boy. I can't lie to you. I want to watch him and that.
You know what? Probably the one they're gonna move on because he's always injured is Lavia.
Yeah,
Lavia's a baller. It's just the issue is he can't stay healthy.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to play with Lavia. I can't lie to you. He's a player that I'm not gonna lie to you that is just too injury prone, bro. I'll
go for him on a discount though. That's the only way I'll go. And you know what? Chelsea owe us a favor. I'll be honest. We took Mount off him, and these guys snaked us for the Sancho money. And listen, I know we joke about this as fans, one to another, but clubs do take that seriously. Like, United are going to be pissed that a club like Chelsea didn't really go by the obligation. Like, that shit like that might actually hurt their relationship moving forward. And United and Chelsea always had a good relationship when it comes to transfers. Yep. For us to do a move on one of their players, if they want to offload one of their players, if Lavia is one of them, I'd be like, yeah, sure. How much? 20 mil? Yeah, sure. I'll take him off you.
Yeah.
Like that. Obviously, they wouldn't do it, but I try to do something like that. Richard Rios, listen, the Richard Rios hype. It's over.
That's my guy, man. I will never let go of that hype, bro. He plays for Palmeiras, isn't it? Is he in the club World Cup?
You know what it is, Said? One of my co-workers is, well, I don't work with him anymore, but last summer, he's Colombian. And we talked football a lot. So he was talking about Richard Rios and how they like him or whatever at Colombia. And I was like, yeah. I was like, And that's when United were linked with him. I was like, I hope he goes to United. And he looked at me. He's like, nah, I hope he doesn't go to United. I was like, why? He's like, us Colombians, we don't want him to go to United. I was like, why? And he's like, you guys are going to ruin him. You guys ruin every talent. I hope he doesn't go to you guys. We want him to go somewhere else.
You know what? I'm going to have to watch them, I'm going to have to watch them still.
Palmeiras? I'm going to go to the game. They're playing here in MetLife. I was thinking about going. They're playing on Sunday.
Oh, you should go to it, man.
Palmeiras Porto. I was thinking about going to that one.
Now, they're playing their first game, though. When is their first game?
Sunday, Palmeiras Porto.
Oh, okay, Porto. Okay, there you go. Then.
Yeah, they're playing like 40 minutes away from me.
Yeah, that would be a good game to watch. I can't lie to you. Palmeiras and Porto. Esteval and them, man. Let's see what they're about. But I think for me, big up to Staffy here. Big up to Connor, by the way. Appreciate it, man.
Connor hype, man.
Yeah, they've made it. But I just think for me, it's like you need a mixture of a technical midfielder, someone who's a box to box. Like you need a bit in between. United need that in between the midfield, so we can get on the ball and make things happen. And someone who can actually break up play, got the energy and the work rate to go and do the box to box as well. You need a blend of both. A guy who's got the ability to play and can get on the ball, receive it in tight spaces, work with it and progress it. Then another guy that's actually breaking up play, got the box to box, got the engine, and got the whole kind of almost like tenacious, feel to his game. But like, so you really need to look at two of them midfielders in there. If you haven't got two of them midfielders, it's khalas, I really think it's khalas, bro, for this whole team.
It is khalas, bro. I mean, unfortunately, we don't have anyone to do that. The more I see it, I'm not gonna lie, we're gonna be a counter-attacking team next season. The way this midfield is just structured, it's probably gonna be like that, man. Like all our ball progression in our half is probably gonna come from our center backs. Because funny enough, we have better ball carriers and passes in our back line than the midfield. You have Lenny Yoro, who carries the ball very well into the other half. You have Mazraoui, who does that well. Even Maguire can pick out a couple passes. Our midfield actually is not as good on the ball as our back line, and that's sad. That's actually sad, and it's just an indictment on how bad our midfield is. Yeah. So we're gonna be next season. I'll be honest, we're probably gonna be a counter-attacking team, and we just gotta accept it for what it is. The ball progression is gonna have to unfortunately wait one more year because this is the recruitment.
Yeah, it's gonna have to come from Lenny Yoro, like I said to you, or the fullbacks in it. The wing backs.
That's why I want him to play on the right. I want him to play in his best position. You want him on the left again. I think it has to be him in heaven.
I don't know if Demasio's put something out there, but yeah, I think for me with that one, like I said, there's Fabian Ruiz. So obviously there's Edison in there.
I'm over Fabian Ruiz. Fabian Ruiz hype.
No, never, bro.
I'll tell you this. Fabian Ruiz is gonna go to Saudi Arabia, and when he does, just remember this.
Yeah, but I don't mean he's a bad player, though.
No. Fabian Ruiz hype. I don't like him. I liked him, but I got over him. I was like, nah, he's not it. Bro, some of the passes that he makes sometimes, that one game against not France, who they just played, Portugal. Oh my God, did he have a stinker? He had a stinker, bro. I'm sorry. Fabian Ruiz, I'm over him. Nah,
bro. I think he's a quality player, bro. I really do.
Nah, he's not it. I'm sorry. I promise you he's not it.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I think
is he better than what we have? Sure. I mean, he gives us something that we don't have, but he's not it. Look, Fabian Ruiz is top 5 in the world. Wallah, he's not top 5 in the world. I promise you he's not top 5 in the world. He's not even top 10 in the world.
5 in the world? I wouldn't say he's top 5 in the world.
Bro, the amount of passes in the final that he was trying to ping across the pitch and it would just hit the stands. And every time that happens, I'd look at it and be like, who the fuck just did that? And I would see Fabian Ruiz again. Nah. You know what it is? It's because he plays next to Vitinha and João Neves that you guys are putting him in the same company. I think he's good. I actually wanted him at some point. But this season, no. I watch him, and he gets carried by Vitinha.
Yeah.
I'm going to be honest. Sorry.
Yeah, no, I think, listen, this is all about perspective, isn't it? Like I said, for me, it's one of them where it's like, yo, I look at the Champions League final, I look at the Euros, I look at someone like that. But Bayena is someone that, can play in more of a 10 role than that. But I think Ruiz
he's a little bit more advanced.
Of a top midfielder. He's not world class. He's not, I'm not saying this whatever. Maybe Vitinha and Neves make that midfield, but he's someone that's so underrated in that midfield, man. He's a good ball carrier, good distributor of the ball. He makes things ticking. He's tenacious. He can get across the pitch very well. He's not someone that's slow and lethargic. But like I said, why would he want to move to United? Like, in that way, like, I get it with Cunha because he's a United fan. And Mbeumo because he's at Brentford, no disrespect. But them sort of players there, for them to come to Man United, they're losing a hell of a lot, bro. Wolves and Brentford, you're not losing that much. When you move from these top clubs, you've got to move for a reason. That is so good, you're missing out on Champions League football maybe for 1 or 2 years, potentially, of your career. This is why I think Bruno Fernandes is one of the, like, he's so like, I don't get what he was thinking, bro. He should have took that bread. I said, yo, bro, I'm going to go and chill because United ain't doing shit. And nobody would have gone and said to him, yo, what are you doing, bro? You're a bit mad, bro. This is not surprising with Bruno Fernandes. What does he think United are going to do in the next 2 years, bro? Unless he's been told that a madness is happening and we're buying all these players, fair play. But, bro, Bruno Fernandes is a madman, bro, to be staying here and, you know, listen, fair play to him. If you've got the commitment like that, I absolutely think that's amazing because a lot of the fan base will rate that. But I just think, wow, man, to stay for another 2 years potentially in this situation here right now, where we're looking at still buying the core group of players that we need, I think it's crazy, man. So, Ineos now, they have to find something, bro. Whether that next signing might be the signing that after that, it might be a case of sell to buy. Because still got Garnachos to sell. That's gone quiet. Apparently, Leverkusen today, not really interested in that player. Rashford is doing...
Oh, they're going for, what's his name? Kluivert, bro. Look at Ten Hag, this absolute fraud, bro.
Yeah, fraud.
The one time he doesn't want to buy his former players is now. What a bitch, man. That's why I don't like this guy. It was his chance to make up for all the shit that he's done to us. You're going for Patrick Kluivert. Sorry, not Patrick, Justin Kluivert. What is wrong with you, man?
That's what I said to you, man. It's personal, bro. It's personal.
I can't stand that.
Here, gone for every other player under the sun, yeah. But then the one where we need him to do mostly and come and raid us, bro. He don't want to do it. Like, it's
could have brought Onana back, but he wants Flecken instead.
I find it mad. I actually find it mad, bro. The fact that he's gone for all these players and he don't want to come to our players. Onana apparently is staying now. But this is what I'm saying, bro. Like, as much as they came for Ten Hag, yeah, they also came because of the badge, you know. Let's be honest, man. A lot of them, when they come to Man United, they don't want to leave, bro. Look at Højlund now.
He's saying, "Oh, I want to stay and prove something, bro. There's ain't nothing you gotta prove, bro. You already did it. Good shit. We trust you, wallahi. Khalas, yalla."
Anything after United is downhill, bro. When you deep it, bro. Your whole life, your image, the wages you're on. Like, you know when you actually deep it, when you leave Man United, bro, ain't nobody looking to check on you like that, like the way like United do. Look at United, 70,000 stadium, still packed out. They're gonna be there no matter what. Look at them in Singapore, Malaysia. You could be finishing 50th, yeah. There will be no crowd booing you. No fans will be booing you. Obviously, that's our problem, and that's the way our standards have kind of fallen, yeah.
Have ever booed in the stadium, said, real talk?
They booed, but obviously, it's not one of them where it's like...
No, you. Have you ever booed?
Not really. I booed when he took off Højlund. No, he took off someone instead of Højlund or something like that. I booed that decision. I boo decisions. I don't really boo players. I boo decisions. I boo like that. I'm like, what's he doing? The manager here? Stop that. Like, I'll boo that. I haven't really booed a player though. When they booed Højlund, I was pissed off. When they booed Xerxes, that was like, wow.
You was at that game?
Yeah, bro. Newcastle game. He just took him off. And I was like, what are you not booing him for, bro? I was checking people, say, yo, he's fucking shit. Look at them now. They're all singing his name.
Yeah. I knew that was going to happen.
It's funny how the world works, isn't it?
Yeah,
even when
Maguire
got booed a couple of years ago. I remember when they booed Maguire a couple of years ago. Even though people but they booed him, bro. And then now he's the best player to slice bread. This is what I said.
But you know what's crazy? They booed Xerxes that day.
Say that again?
No, I was gonna say they booed Xerxes that day. And then when he got injured right before the final, we were all sad. We all wanted him for the final. It's just so crazy how his season changed.
It's one of them where I'm like, yo, like, this is why I'm like, we're not, like, word to Muslim, we're not qualified really. Like, us fans, we're not. You know, I mean, we just need someone to save us. Save us. And then obviously someone's going to be the scapegoat. But the savior, I don't know who that's going to be. This next season, we don't really need saviors, to be honest with you. We just need players that we know they're going to come in. They're competent. We know what they are. We have a team that we can recognize and say, yo, I like this team, guys. I really, really like this team. Hopefully we can have that next season. Because if we don't, we're in trouble, you know, man. I really, really
we can't be a carry job next season. I don't want to see that, man. I don't want to see that. And I'm not going to lie. said we can't be a carry job next season. We can't have one player just carrying us. I don't want to see like what we've seen from Ahmad for a couple months and then Bruno for a couple months. And then I don't know. I just felt like this season we just had one player at a time trying to bail us out. We never collectively look like a good team. And that's what we need to be next season. You know?
Yeah.
But I don't know if I could trust that, bro. I'll be honest.
Yeah, no, it's one of them where it's like it ain't easy right now. Like I said, we got time for things to materialize. I think this next 2 weeks, I'm looking at it, yeah. So we got the transfer window opens on the 16th. So we got basically 2 weeks until the 1st of July. When
is it open again? The 16th of July?
It opens again 16th of July, closes on the 1st of September. These next 2 weeks are crucial. Very, very crucial, Staffy. Crucial. If we could get 2 players in this time, I'm not gonna lie to you. That's when I could be like, you know what? Fair enough.
Because we need them for preseason. If we go to preseason without Cunha and Mbeumo and Gyökeres, then I have no words.
Yeah. And Mbeumo, get that done early next week. I want to hear like, here we go, done, completed, medical set for next week. Also, they come back from holiday as well. I don't know when they come back from holiday as well. Like, when do they have like time off? When do they really come back? Is it around the 1st of July, innit? When do they come back for training? Like, you know, when they come back, report back for training. It's not for a month, is it?
I'm not even sure, honestly.
Yeah, I think it's like a week before. I think it's like a week before preseason starts. So what happens is you have like, say for example, United fly out to Sweden on the 18th. Yeah, they might come in that first week on the 14th. They might do training for that whole week, and they got the game on the Saturday, right? So they'll report back to training on the 14th of July. So basically, a month's time. A month's time, they report back to training. Exactly a month's time right now.
We're gonna need our players in early. I'll be honest. We just can't talk about this summer. We really can't.
Yeah, so you got basically a month to go and get your players that you need. Because once you go over that means everyone's gone to America. So when we've gone to obviously different parts of America, you don't want to be doing that. You want to be getting every single player, especially when you look at Amrin and his system, bro. He needs everyone in there to start off his system or what he wants to do early, bro.
July 27th or 26th, our first game. When I go to that game, I better see Gyökeres and Mbeumo and Cunha starting that game.
Same, bro. I want to be in Jersey, bro. I'm trying to fly out to Sweden, guys. If someone can sort me out with a ticket, by the way, let me know. I'm trying to get some tickets. I want to go to Stockholm. I want to go to Chicago. I want to go to Jersey. Atlanta's too. Yeah, man. I can't lie. Atlanta's a bit mad, so I'm gonna avoid Atlanta. You know what I mean? If you can get me a security guard there, then we're cool. You know what I mean? Someone's got a rifle. You know what I mean?
They carry guns freely down south.
Someone who can shoot better than me, by the way. Someone who can shoot better than me because he's seen me. I don't know if you've seen my vlog, but I can't shoot for shit, bro. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's what you need to be doing. You know what I mean? Tell you watch out for Cunha in MF midfield wing with Mainu.
In midfield with Mainu. Wallahi, it will never happen.
Yeah.
There's nothing to watch out, brother. Cunha and Mainu pivot. What is this? It's the worst pivot ever.
Yeah. I was shocking, man. I'm not gonna lie. You see them, bro. I can't carry, you know. Bro, I'm from the UK, bro. We don't carry guns around here, man.
See South, how they enable a lot of people to carry guns. Like up here for us, we don't really have that. Yeah. But down south, yeah. My boy was just in Texas. He was telling me, he was like, everywhere I went, I just saw everyone was strapped up, and it's legal down there. So Georgia's kind of like that. That's why I'm never going to Georgia, bro. Atlanta, Georgia, nah, I'm good, bro. I live my whole life without going there, and I have no problem.
I said you have other things to worry about in Atlanta more than gun stuff. You can elaborate. Listen, we leave it for another stream. See how people start agendas. Manu Kone was one of the best France players in against Spain. It was Rabiot that was shit. I agree. That's what I was going to say to you. I think Rabiot.
I think it was good.
I think Rabiot is the reason why that midfield is so bad, bro. Rabiot should not be starting games. I hear you. Like I look at Kone. Even though for me, I'm not his biggest fan, but he's definitely better than Rabiot, bro. Rabiot is.
There was one goal where he lost the ball, and obviously don't ask me which goal. There was 9 goals in the game. There was one goal that he lost the ball, and there's a couple, bro, that every time I looked at his positioning, he was just not tracking anyone back, and I'm like, where's your defensive work? I'm not saying he was the only bad player. I just didn't like him. There's nothing that I looked at that game and I liked it. If you ask me who's the shittest player that they had, it's not even Rabiot Said. It's that bum Longley. Lenier was set at home while Longley is representing France. Yeah, I hope that team never thrives.
Yeah,
you have a much better center back sitting at home so he can play Longley.
Yeah. If they start their first team, they should have Saliba. Saliba there, surely.
If Saliba, but I was like, if Saliba's not playing, Euro should 100% be his backup at least. Longley in 2025.
They went from having Matuidi, Pogba, and Kante to now this.
Yeah, it's sad, bro. It's actually very sad.
Even when you actually put in Camavinga and them, man, they're not like, they don't really have that profile of a Paul Pogba, man. They don't really have that.
Kante, Pogba, Griezmann. That was the midfield.
Yeah,
that was
bro.
The chef's kiss.
Now
you look at it, wallahi, bro. Other than attackers, they don't have anything in that country. They just have hella attackers.
Yeah, they got Cherky, though, to be fair, which is crazy. But
yeah, I guess. I mean, it was his debut, but I know what you mean.
Big up to Adewale says, what did he say here? Saeed, I got you in ATL. I got plenty of straps. You good. Just sent you the highlights of Kone. Yeah. I can't really play it on here, though, but yeah, I'm going to watch that later on. Manu Kone, comp versus Spain. So listen, he had a 3-minute comp.
Said, I got you strapped up, don't worry.
Yeah. Listen, man, we need to stay safe out there, man. It's crazy.
You know what? Sorry, here's a video idea for you. I want you to go to a gun range.
I went to one in South Africa.
A gun range?
Yeah, bro.
Did you put a video of it?
Yeah, I got a video, but the main video will be on the Big Six channel when it comes out. But yeah,
I gotta see that.
The first one, I hit it to the ground. The other ones, I was decent.
You shot the ground?
Yeah, the first, the actual. I forgot what
was it because of the recoil, or your aim sucks?
It was a recoil, but it was also the fact that
shooting the floor is crazy.
I was trying to aim, I was looking, and then, bro, I just got a bit, you know what I mean? So
no way, you shot the ground side. Wallah, that's crazy, man.
The recoil, bro, is dangerous, bro. You gotta be careful with the recoil, man. It's crazy out here. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
but
that's wild.
Bro. I can't now I understand why maybe people you know what I mean? You get it, in countries just to have it, that thrill is crazy. Obviously, you gotta be careful, you know what I mean, and whatnot. But people just love having it. It's just, one of them where it's crazy out here, man. Zerks in Barbados. Listen, man, let him have a good time, bro, man. Come on, man. You know what I mean, man? What can we do with that, bro? He's enjoying himself. Where is he? He's in what country is he, by the way? He's
in the Caribbean. I'm not gonna lie, bro. When I saw people, the fact that was news, I'm not gonna lie, it showed me a sad reality about this fan base, and that more of this fan base needs to touch titties, bro. The guy was catching a fucking wine in the Caribbean, and you guys were making it news. I couldn't believe that.
Why people recorded though? There's some saddos, man. For me,
I just couldn't believe that people were talking about it.
I remember I was in the club with Aguero. And I remember he was in the club and he was yacked. He was mashed up, bro. I didn't take no videos of him, I didn't take no videos of him, bro.
I've never recorded anyone, bro. Never. I've actually seen a lot of celebrities.
Bro,
I've never recorded
players, bro. I've seen Jack Grealish in a club one time. A couple of other Premier League footballers. I don't record people, bro. It's weird. They're not just normal human beings, bro. You get me? If you want to take a picture with them, cool, take a picture with them, but don't be recording people and then putting on the sun and that, bro.
Bro, he was catching a lap dance, bro. There's nothing. I saw people saying we finished 15th and he's catching a lap dance. Well, does he have to be a virgin because we finished 15th? What does that have to do with anything? It's summer, bro. Just please, bro. Go touch some ass or something.
If Pogba plays well for them, trust me, he will be starting for France in the World Cup first game. I agree. I'll be real with you. I hope he does, man, because that Monaco move, just to touch on it last minute here, honestly, bro, if they get him, bro, that would be sensational, bro. Monaco have offered a 2-year deal. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. That might be a nice midfielder, Him and
I'm just worried about his fitness, that's all. Because being out of the game for this long, for how injury prone he's been, it's a little bit of a worry.
Yeah.
The touch is still gonna be there. All the attributes that he had as a footballer is still gonna be there. Because he's a class footballer. I just hope he stays fit, man, because I'm actually excited to see it.
They're in the Champions League
as well, by the way.
Are they in the Champions League, by the way, Monaco?
Ooh, that's a good question. I don't think they are. I know PSG, Marseille.
No, they're in it. They're in it.
Are they really?
Yeah, they came third in their league, bro. They're a decent team, Monaco,
Oh, they did. They finished third. I was thinking of Leo finishing
Team
in top
Monaco.
four.
Let's look at their
Hey,
team.
okay. So we'll get to watch Pogba Champions League nights.
They got that Berif guy who's been quality. Minamino's been doing this thing over there. This guy here is a baller. Akilush, 23 years old. Just turned 23 in February. Golovin is doing, I still think, Embolo, Balogun, Lamine Kamara, that's the one everyone talks about. Zachariah, it's crazy, bro. But they got some good players in there, bro, that can do some jobs. You feel me?
So, by the way, Angel Gomez go to Marseille.
Yes.
You're gonna link up what's his name there? Greenwood.
French league stocks are maybe going up. Ben Seguir, yeah, there you go. You know what I mean? So them man are gonna be there, bro. Like I said, Kamara and Pogba in midfield. That might be something to kind of, and then Ansu Fati as well. If he can revive his career,
yeah, they're trying to get Ansu Fati. I saw that. That's gonna be a tough one because of how much money he's on.
Listen, if he can revive his career, Ansu Fati, he was a very, very good player, man. But they are getting an injured 11 though. They are getting injury-prone players though. You know what I mean? Which it could backfire on them. It could be one of them where like, whoa, what are we investing? But at this minute right now, for him to be getting a 2-year deal, it just shows him, man. Pogba don't want to play in Saudi Arabia, bro. He don't want to play there. Like, he's better than that, bro. You don't need to be playing in Saudi Arabia right now. You know?
Yeah.
So, just the last bit here. New Sporting threatened to demand 100 million for Gyökeres. The agent has mandate sale, and Sporting will have to pay 10% of the value of a rejected bid if it exceeds 60 million euros. If this clause is activated, Sporting will demand the full value of the release clause. Again, a lot of like wishy-washy information, you know what I mean, that people are trying to make up, bro. It's fun. You know what it is, bro? This is a perfect time to make up stuff, I've noticed that, This is a perfect time to make up stuff because nobody knows anything. There's an air of kind of almost like, where like everyone becomes gullible right now, and anyone will hear any information that's been put out there. That's what it becomes.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's dangerous, for if you're wanting to, you're fully invested in Man United, don't get too stuck in, man. I'll be real with you. Everything that you hear, bro. Take the information in, but also make sure that you verify what you see and what you're listening to. So we will see, man. We will see. But Staffy, man, large up, bro. Hope you enjoy the video. How many likes are we currently on right now, though? I hope we're on.
How many likes are we on? Run out the likes, man.
What are the likes on, guys? What are the likes on?
Did you come back from South Africa today, by the way?
Yeah, I came back around about 12 o'clock-ish.
Damn, so you came back today and, this is your second stream?
Yeah. So I'm going to go bed straight away after this.
Yeah, you guys need to like this shit, man.
Yeah, so let's get
to you, man.
What, 400 likes is shocking, considering we had only 130, 1.3K, 1.4K. So let's get
that's a horrible conversion rate.
That's a horrible conversion rate, guys. So I'm not really trying to force the likes on nowadays, man, because I feel like for me, we've hit like a precedent now on this channel where like you should be liking the video. You know what I mean? So big up to you lot, man. Honestly, every single time, man, that are here supporting the channel. Make sure you support Staffy TV on his channel. You're doing a watch along later on, isn't it?
Yeah, tomorrow. I'm going to do a lot of Club World Cup watch alongs because the games are going to be late. Well, for you guys. For me, it's going to be during a good time.
Yeah.
So I'm doing a watch along tomorrow. El Ahly, Egyptian team, obviously, versus Inter Miami. And then I'm going to do at least one watch along a day.
Yeah.
So if you guys are going to be watching games, just always check my channel, see if I'm live for one of them or not.
Yeah. Like I said to you people, I'll be doing the watch alongs for the Club World Cup. Yeah. I don't know if I'm doing the PSG game because I low-key want to do the soccer raid, man. Soccer raid in terms of the
PSG Atleti one.
No, man, it's soccer raid. We got some fun.
No, you're saying you can't do that one. You're saying.
Yeah. I feel like that would be more fun. The soccer raid. I can't lie to you. I don't see PSG Atletico Madrid going out and out for a classic game. I'd rather watch Wayne Rooney ping it from the halfway line and just have a banter. You feel me? So yeah, man, I'll be watching the soccer raid probably. If not, I'll be watching both. We'll see what happens in it.
I'll be doing the PSG game anyway. So even if Saeed is not live, you know where to find me.
Yeah, there you go. Like I said, if I'm not live, you'll be there watching him. So just check it out, people, man. But yeah, guys, I'll be back tomorrow. Maybe not at 9 o'clock. Maybe when there's actual credible news to talk about. Because I feel like now we're getting to that stage now where the news is only hearsay evidence. There's not actual kind of concrete news. So once we hear something, we'll be back live tomorrow. And yeah, man, that's been it today, man. Big up to you, Staffy. Love for the love. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you like the video.
Yeah, get me the 10K subs, guys. We're not on 10K guys. Yet. Get me the 10K subs.
Yeah, let's get started 10K people, man. That's gonna be lit, man. And yeah, man, big up to everyone who's locked in. And we're out, people. Take care, peace.
We're fucking 15th. It's on the. We're 15th. We are 15th, sir. We are 15th. We are 5 points away from relegation. Yeah, we are closer to the bottom than the top, bro. We ain't winning Europa. There's no European football next year.